Meet Edward Steave. He's a brother from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. At an early age, around 18 or 19, he decided that he would move to Dolton, Illinois. And he took his skills that he learned from Pittsburgh with him. He's an excellent cameraman and videographer, so his talents would find a new home in his new state of choice. Now, living in Chicagoland, he didn't really know anybody at first, but he got acquainted in the community as an outsider. He then married a beautiful wife, had some kids, and started to support his community. Now stop the show. He did all of this despite suffering from the debilitating disease called multiple sclerosis. But more on that. He was one of the few young black men with a black wife married in a city that's dominated by single mothers. So the community started to depend on him, and the community understood what kind of talent Mr. Edward Steave had. And it didn't go unrecognized because at that particular time, incumbent Mayor Riley Rogers reached out to him and said,
"Hey Steve, I think you would really be good in politics. Why don't you go ahead on and run for trustee?"
Steve was shook. He didn't know what to do. Politics? I'm a camera guy. I don't want to do no dang politics, but let's give it a try. And that's exactly what he did. And you know what? He won! Celebration music! Steve won, y'all. He went from a videographer to a video editor trustee, and he was out there winning. Bought a brand new house in Dolton with his lovely wife and kids, and hey, he was cooking. Everybody in the community started to love him, except when something changed. In 2021, a young lady by the name of Tiffany Henyard became the mayor. She was also at one point a Dolton trustee who caused a lot of trouble, but that's okay, but more to come on that. She became a new mayor who was supposed to bring new ideas. And guess who was on board with that? Edward Steave. He and some of the other trustees wanted to support the mayor in her endeavor. But once they found out that Tiffany Henyard was overspending on the budget, one of the biggest critics to come out against her was our guy, Edward Steave. But man, did he pay the price. You gotta understand that nobody really knew who Tiffany Henyard was at a particular time or what she was capable of. She went around and started slandering the brother, really turning the community against Edward Steave. And he had to run for re-election again, and it was looking bad for our guy. Time was running out. It seemed like he was about to lose his trustee seat. So he gave one final plea for the community.
Greetings. This is Trustee Edward Steave, and I must address the appalling lies that you may have heard in attempts to smear my name and sully my character. Many of you know that what you're hearing is a bunch of lies. It's no surprise that this mayor will resort to scare tactics, deception, to distract you, for the facts speak for themselves. I am campaigning hard with my team to protect you, the Dolton resident, to stop a mayor who already recklessly turned a budget surplus into a $5.8 million deficit with no plans of how to get us out of it. So many of you have told us while we're going door to door, we're on a campaign trail. And like the elders say, when you're being attacked, you must be doing something right.
But it didn't matter. Edward Steave lost his seat and the salary that came with being a Dolton trustee politician. And on the night he lost, Tiffany Henyard did something to him.
Right, trustee, I got your picture for you. I'll bring it down for you, but I'm gonna sing this song for you. It's a farewell. I appreciate you. And anybody can join in that knows this song. It goes like this. Na 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 na, na 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 na, hey hey hey, goodbye.
My man Edward Steave was shook and he was lost. His name was being tarnished in the black community that he loved so much. I'm thinking that he might just get mad and go back to Pittsburgh and just write it out back there. Hell nah, Steve wasn't about to go out like that. Not Eddie Steave from the 412. He wasn't gonna go out like that, but he got back on the grind. Now you see, Edward Steave is the creator of the Dolton Trustee YouTube channel. Once she started getting out of line, he created that channel. And you would think since he was now a former trustee, he would stop because he should be mad at all those people that turned against him, right? Hell nah. Edward Steave didn't even let that bother him. He still spoke to the same people and was nice to them at the grocery store and gas station. He didn't have no hate in his heart, but he had a way he was gonna get revenge. All the time, Edward Steave was going to the trustee meetings and he was going to the city council meetings, and whenever he got a chance to get on the mic, he was bringing it like this.
So this is where we're at in the village. It's self-accountability, and the mayor can blame everybody. I know she wants to say I'm a black woman, and it's because I'm a woman. You know how many women that she's affecting? Look at what she did to Dr. Scott down the street. She won't even let her open up. Look how she talks to the other black women up here. These are all single mothers, just like her. Look how she talks to them. Look how she talks to the clerk who's old enough to be her mother. Look how disrespectful she is. If y'all can't see that, a lot of y'all do see that. I just don't refuse to see it. She's so disrespectful.
Oh yeah, you thought that was it?
Former future trustee Edward Steave. I want to say this before this meeting starts. We have to kill the I mentality in leadership. The I mentality is I did this, I did this, I did that. That's what we hear every meeting. This meeting, you're going to hear the we mentality. You're going to hear the team. Watch how smooth this meeting goes. Watch how things get handled, how professional, no arguing, no back and forth. This is the we mentality and leadership that we need moving forward in Dolton. So watch this meeting go smooth, professional, and this is the calm meeting that we need. That doesn't represent Dolton. This represents Dolton.
He would come to every meeting, making sure he upload and live stream to the Dolton Trustee's YouTube channel. Then all of the radio stations, all of the news stations would come by to Dolton Trustee's YouTube channel and get all the clips. Even your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, Pink Book Lessons, and she was the first one on it. Give her a round of applause. We started looking at him as a resource because he was, and we started getting all the contradictions and all the information that we needed. Tiffany Henyard was on the defense. It was looking bad. She was out there talking about how everybody was having squirrel meetings, how everybody was against her, everybody put her name out there bad.
Can I ask you a real question? Sure. Is it really worth it? In terms of just everything that you've gone through.
I want to show the youth of today and tomorrow what it looks like to come out of controversy. Yes, y'all done ran my name through the mud and did everything, but guess what? As you pull the third on me, I must grow from it, and I will grow from it because I done went through it, but now I'm gonna grow from it.
Then she was putting it out there like she was gonna win this caucus vote like Donald Trump did.
So yes, Trump did win, and congratulations again, this is me saying it publicly, to our new president of the United States. Just like Trump, I'm gonna come in on a landslide on both seats. Know that, remember this moment, when I landslide and come in for the victory like I always do.
But as we know, that didn't happen. She showed up late to the caucus meeting, and she even tried to bust some people in with her from Dolton, a lot of senior citizens, to make sure that she won the nomination of Thornton Township. But guess what? She didn't win. And so what happened? What was the song they started singing when she lost?
Na 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 na, na 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 na. Hey, hey,
You got one lone supporter.
yeah. Na 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 na, na na na.
What they did? This was a political hostile takeover.
Oh yeah, revenge is sweet. Sayonara, sayonara. Hey, 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 goodbye. Now what can be learned here? First of all, I want to give my man Edward Steave a round of applause for being a stand-up black man in a time where so many black brothers would have took a whole different approach to that. Most dudes would have said, man, listen, I'm out of politics. F this community. I'm going back to Pittsburgh. I'm going back to Cali. I'm going to Africa like O'Shea. Stop the show. He can't come out here with me because I'm out here being rich. But nah, he didn't do that. He stayed on the course, and he knew that the lies were told against him were not true, so he didn't take it out on all the people that were her supporters. And what did he also know? He knew that she would basically turn on them and show her behind, which is what she did. And you know what? Mr. Edward Steave is running again for trustee in 2025.
Greetings, this is former trustee Edward Steave, coming to you, a message for you, whatever town you're in, wherever you watch Dolton from, I want you to see this video. Many people have seen our mayor come in as Nino Brown. You've seen him try to kick me out one time. We need your support to change this administration. Many people have statements that saying, well, you got yourself in this mess, you have to get yourself out of it. And how we get ourselves out of it is winning this next election. And we need your support to do it. So please click the link in the description. We need a donation, whether it's $5, $10, whatever you want to donate, from wherever you're from, you can help us get rid of this administration and get our town back so we can stop the madness that everybody sees across the world.
So in all, I want to salute the brother for being a strong black man, for being a husband, a father, for being the guy that I wish I could be. If I could just stop tricking on everybody, I could be like an Edward Steave. But God is not through with me yet. But guys, this is a story of perseverance. Never give up on your community. Always love your people, and you will come out on top like Edward Steave. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity John. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.